Welcome to HT247. I'm Aaron Dean. Vulnerabilities in America's air traffic controller system are putting millions of passengers at risk. That's according to a New York Times report. It details how some controllers are allegedly using drugs, drinking, and even sleeping on the job. The Advocate Channel's Laura Aguirre has that story.
When we look at air traffic control equipment, we're using aging equipment, paper strips. We don't have ground radars at most of our facilities.
But it's not just an aging infrastructure putting air travelers in potentially grave danger. A blistering New York Times report says controllers are being pushed to the brink. Using open records requests, the Times found reports of some controllers admitting to being drunk, smoking marijuana, or experiencing violence on the job. In some cases, even sleeping during a shift. The National Air Traffic Controllers Association tells CNN controllers are overworked and understaffed.
The shortage is a big problem. And if you look at how long it takes to get a certified air traffic controller from the academy to certified in a facility, could take 2 to 3 years.
My initial focus has been on how to make these numbers go up quickly without lowering standards.
The National Airspace Systems Safety Review Team points out that the current federal hiring plan, when factoring in retirements and other attrition, brings on fewer than 200 new controllers by 2032. Some relief could come from the FAA's Collegiate Training Initiative, which fast-tracks getting controllers into control towers using select colleges and universities.
Get new people into the facilities, get them certified. It's going to take, 2 to 3 years, but we'll be caught up and we'll start to actually see more than 6 controllers a year increase.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Expelled Congressman George Santos is blaming another lawmaker for his expulsion from Congress. Santos says Max Miller's story about his mother losing money to the Santos campaign cost him his House seat. Miller made those claims in a CNN interview before the expulsion vote. Miller stands by his claims and has turned evidence over to the authorities. A House ethics panel found that Santos blatantly stole from his campaign, spending the money on travel, Botox, and even OnlyFans. Comedian Dave Chappelle was spotted showing support for pro-Palestinian protesters in Washington, D.C. The comedian's SUV honked its horn as it passed protesters near the White House, and cameras caught the comedian waving out of a window. Back in October, the comedian came under fire for remarks about the Israel-Hamas war during a show. He has since said, quote, "What's happening in the Middle East is bigger than everyone." The inmate accused of stabbing Chauvin 22 times is now charged with attempted murder. Chauvin is serving time for the murder of George Floyd back in 2020. Corrections officers charged John Trusick in the attack. Trusick told officers that he would have killed Chauvin if he had not been stopped. Now, Trusick also said that the attack was a symbolic message to the Black Lives Matter movement and the Black Hand, a Mexican mafia criminal organization. Chauvin was treated for his injuries and has improved enough to return to prison custody. November was the warmest November on record. The Japan Meteorological Agency reported that November 2023 beat the previous record set in 2020 by 0.3 degrees Celsius and 1.6 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial temperatures. November also marked the 6th month in a row of record global average temperatures. Scientists say that this year's warmth is the result of El Nino and climate change. The Queen Bee has stung once again. Beyonce was crowned queen of the box office after her concert movie topped the box office in its opening weekend. Renaissance, a film by Beyonce, a documentary about the artist's record-breaking world tour, raked in $21 million since its Friday opening, according to Box Office Mojo. Renaissance became the first film in 2 decades to cross the $20 million mark for its opening weekend following Thanksgiving. Thanks so much for joining us for HT247. For more, go to theadvocatechannel.com and subscribe on the Advocate Channel YouTube page. I'm Aaron Dean.